Welcome to this edition of Mayor's Report Dublin. I'm your host, Dr. Marshall Kamina. Today, we have Vice Mayor Kashef Qaadri from the City of Dublin. Welcome to you.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here again.
I'm so glad to see you back.
Yeah.
We've got a lot to cover. I know you're full of information, and here we go. What topic would you like to cover in Mayor's Choice?
Yeah, I'm particularly excited to announce our new Dublin Night Market on St. Patrick's Row. So these are several events that are going to be taking place on Friday evenings from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. So there are 3 dates: September 26th, October 24th, and November 21st. And so all of these are Friday nights, 5 p.m. on St. Patrick Way in Dublin between Regional Street and Golden Gate. And why I'm particularly excited about this is that it's going to have live entertainment, multicultural programs, and performances, family fun activities, and games, outdoor dining, and so lots of food trucks and a variety of food cuisines.
Who's putting it on?
The City of Dublin is putting it on, and
Through its recreation department?
through its Parks and Rec.
It's got to be the best recreation department in Northern California.
They are having a lot of fun, and yeah, just all about bringing community together, community at all ages, and something for everyone. So, you know, the food and entertainment, as well as some shopping. They're going to have handmade crafts, artisan products. Everything is going artisanal, as you know, and other treasures for purchase. And yeah, we're expecting it to be a great series of events and bring everyone together.
If you go to a Dublin event and you don't have any fun, there's something wrong with you.
That's right. We try really hard to have something for everyone and cater to everyone. And yeah, bottom line, we're all trying to have a good time.
Thank you. Dublin's big day, Splatter, the yearly festival, just recently occurred, and TV30 was there. We loved it. We hope you'll tell us about the event and how did it go in your opinion.
Yes, Splatter is one of my favorite events of the year. It's just had a great turnout of the community, lots of folks having a really great time. And again, there's something for everyone there. So we had the live music, and we had the food, and we had things for purchase. We had performances on 3 different stages, and the 4 bands that played just did a phenomenal job, drew big crowds, lots of dancing and interaction, and just people having a good time. And 2 things that really stick out to me in particular. One is I love multicultural events, and that's a big part of Splatter now. The goal is that all of the residents, all of the attendees connect with something at some level, that they find value in that. And so that was great in terms of the exhibits and performances. The second big thing that sticks out to me is the art show that happens. These are really talented high school students that display their work, and there's a little competition. But the level of technical skill and storytelling is just off the charts. Oh my God, yes. Yeah. It's just so great to see. I mean, these are, you know, professional level artistry happening. And then this year again, we had our Rose VIP lounge, and so that was great, very well received, really elevated snacks and drinks and music, and it was just again a really great time.
5 or 7 years ago, would you have expected it to be this? What we have now? Yeah,
I'm not sure. You know, Dublin always likes to elevate and challenge ourselves a little more, and over the years it's grown. And I don't know if I would have predicted this outcome, but it's great, and it's great to be a part of it, and great to see it happening.
It's hard to argue with success.
Absolutely, yeah.
Residents and others just completed a survey on the Dublin website. Can you tell us about that survey, and did you have many participants?
Yeah, we had a really great turnout online. So this is part of our city's economic development strategy, and so the city conducted a business brand survey for its ongoing efforts to strengthen the economic growth and investment within our Dublin community. And as part of this initiative, Dublin is refreshing its own brand and positioning to better attract, retain, and support the business community. And so input was collected from community members and business leaders to ensure that the future marketing efforts coming from the city are both effective and reflective of Dublin's culture and identity. And so, the survey itself is now closed. The results will help guide how Dublin represents itself to the current and prospective businesses, and will inform a lot of our future development and marketing efforts. So great turnout. We're processing. The city is busy processing the results, and we'll be presenting that to the city in no time.
In no time. Okay, I won't hold your feet to the fire.
Yeah, and I think the most interesting thing is that the response from those results, right? So it's one thing to conduct the survey and analyze the results, but then how do you put that into action and start implementing some of the findings? And so you'll see a lot of good stuff coming out soon.
That's great. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back on this edition of Mayor's Report Dublin in just a moment. Welcome back to this edition of Mayor's Report Dublin. We are here talking with Vice Mayor Qaadri from the City of Dublin. Welcome back to you. People are just anxious to hear things you want to say. And September is National Preparedness Month, and I wonder if you have any words of wisdom there.
Yeah, absolutely. So when it comes to disasters, it's important that residents don't think if, but when, in terms of preparedness. And so because of that, in September and throughout the year, the City of Dublin provides quite a bit of resources to residents and reminders on how to prepare for a disaster and what to do in certain disaster when disaster strikes. So a few recommendations that we have. First is that we highly encourage all residents to sign up for the emergency notifications from AC Alert, which is the countywide alert system. Yeah. Because every second counts, it's really critical that residents stay informed with the latest public safety data and data that's accurate. And so AC Alert is a high-speed communication service that allows local authorities, so Dublin Police or Fire, as well as the city itself, to phone and text targeted areas. So it's highly targeted in terms of the notifications that you'll receive during an emergency and those that require immediate action, such as an evacuation. So I think that's probably the first point of order. The second is it's imperative that residents put together a go bag. Every household has their emergency preparedness bag that holds some food and water, some tools, some medical supplies, kind of the basic necessities for a minimum of 3 to 5 days. And there's quite a few resources available online.
Do you find that people are doing that?
I think after the fires that happened on the west side of Dublin, people realized the fire concern, what happened, the unfortunate fires that happened down in LA and surrounding areas. I think folks in Dublin are beginning to realize that this could be an actuality, and so that's a big thing. And then there's all sorts of other disasters that could happen, earthquakes and fire and things like that.
And what else can families do?
Yeah, so in addition to the go bag, families should create a family emergency communication list or a contact list to determine how they'll contact one another if they're separated or happen to get separated, and establish a meeting place. I think that's really important, whether you're at home or school or work, just having that so that everyone is familiar with it and then also easy to find and locate. Additionally, it's on a regular basis, I think families should actually practice a home evacuation. And again, in case of that notification from AC Alert that I mentioned earlier, it's important to have a plan. And so Alameda County has partnered with Zone Haven, which is an emergency evacuation platform. And that helps families identify their evacuation zone on a map and follow any incident progress. So again, AC Alert is a great starting point, having your go bag, having that emergency communication plan. And then we also encourage residents to sign up for any of the city or Alameda County Fire Department disaster preparedness trainings. So these are workshops that residents can sign up for. They're typically in the evenings. We've done a couple of them, great turnout, but it's talking directly to our fire staff within Dublin and give you some tips and tricks and answer all of your questions in case you have any.
What's your sense with regard to people buying into these programs and taking them seriously?
Yeah, the two that I attended, there was a great turnout, lots of community engagement. I think folks walked away with just an increased level of education and understanding, and preparedness is the key, and that's obviously what we're celebrating this month in September in particular, is just going through those actions and listing some of these things out, like your evacuation plan.
On another note, the city is going to host a blood drive event. And it's going to be with the Red Cross on October the 3rd, I believe. Do you know where it is and what time?
Yeah.
Maybe even a link?
Yeah, absolutely. So the City of Dublin will host an American Red Cross blood drive on Friday, October 3rd, from 10 a.m. until 4 p.m. It's in the Bray Room, which is within our City of Dublin Civic Center, so 100 Civic Center Plaza in Dublin, California. And those wishing to register can visit the redcross.org website directly. And so just as a background, the city hosts these blood drives the first Friday in February, April, June, August, and October and December. So we have 6 of them throughout the year. And so hopefully you can make the one in October, but if not, there's always December. And the Red Cross, as you know, is always in need of blood donations. So we're happy to do our part as a city in helping out. Yeah, one pint of blood goes a long the way. It can help save 3 lives. So roughly an hour's worth of your time can help save 3 lives.
Certainly worth it.
Absolutely.
On a little bit lighter note, I wonder if you'd talk with us about Leprechaun baseball, because the Dublin Leprechauns and the conclusion of its recent season, maybe you could tell us about that, and how does the city support this minor league baseball team?
Yeah, there's a lot there. So the Dublin Leprechauns, for those that don't know, they're a baseball team and member of the Picos League, which is mostly comprised of teams in the southwest of the Southwest region, and they recently concluded their 3rd season and qualified for the playoffs this year. They actually advanced to the Pacific Division Finals, which was a huge leap forward from last year. Their overall season record was 33-20, and they played their home games at Fallon Sports Park just down the street between May and July. So you missed the games for this year, but they'll be back next year. One really important note is the Camp Parks Reserve training area. So Camp Parks are PRIFTA. They really stepped up this year. They not only housed the players, but allowed access to their first-class facilities for training. And there were a lot of other organizations within Dublin that helped support them as well. Some of the big supporters were the Dublin High Athletic Boosters, the Dublin Chamber of Commerce, and the Dublin Little League. And so through this community engagement and collaboration, they actually saw a 42% increase in game attendance.
No kidding.
So yeah, it's a fun, light atmosphere, just great community event again, and obviously family friendly. And then I'm sure you know Guy Houston, our former mayor. He is the general manager for the Dublin Leprechauns.
Is that right?
And he just recently was named the 2025 Picos League Pacific Division General Manager of the Year.
What an honor.
Yeah, so obviously a big baseball fan, but putting that into action and leading the charge with the Dublin Leprechauns.
Who picked the name Leprechauns?
I think it's quite fitting for our team here in Dublin.
Oh, so. Yes, but was there anyone naming committee?
I don't know that, but I'm sure Guy Houston had a big part in that.
It does sound to me like that might have been the case.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, when they're here, where do they stay?
So yeah, they stay at Camp Parks. They have accommodations set up for them, and
well, I thought that was maybe for practice, but they actually
their accommodations are there, and then also some of the training. They've got great facilities for training, and so they've given them access to that, and that was great. Yeah, and then just this season, 8 of the Dublin Leprechauns made the Picos League All-Star team, which is great. So we've got some really stellar performing players, and the team actually debuted a new pitcher, the first woman to play in the Picos League. So that was great to see, and she pitched 2 winning games for the Leprechauns. And then we have another player who hailed all the way from Australia. So this is going global.
Oh, so this is not just local.
No,
absolutely.
Some of the team members are coming from abroad, and it's great to see that.
Have you watched it?
I have. Went out to a couple of games. You know, just, like I said, it's a fun, lighthearted family activity. Great energy. They've got their own sportscasters and.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's a good energy. We recently updated the sound system there, so there's good music, and it just has a good feel.
There's always something going on in Dublin.
Absolutely.
Are there any other events that you'd like to share with us?
Yeah, so October is a really busy month for us. So starting off with our annual Harvest Fair. So that's going to take place at the Dublin Heritage Park and Museum on Saturday, October 11th. So there guests will find a petting zoo, a hay bale maze, wagon rides, face painting, gold panning, butter churning, and much, much more. I think the decision there is trying to figure out what kind of face painting you want, which will go along with that great suit and tie that you have on. But yeah, the 1910 Kolb House will also be open for guests to see how a true family farm lived back in the 1900s or the early 1900s. And then there'll be vendors on hand to sell their arts and crafts and delicious food. So admission itself is free. But there is a wristband that you can buy for the activities, and you can go to the website, dublinrecguide.com, and that's $7 if you buy it in advance. If you buy it at the event itself, it's $10. And then they'll also have wagon rides for $2 per person. So that's the first thing, the Harvest Fair, October 11th. The second is our floating pumpkin patch, which is a great event at the Wave on Saturday, October 25th.
Have you had floating pumpkin patches before?
Yeah, this is we've done this for a few years, but it's a really neat sight to see the pool filled with floating pumpkins. Like
yes.
it's usually it's people, but this time around it's people and pumpkins. And it's a great event for kids of all ages. You know, they'll basically find a sea of pumpkins floating around in our indoor pool, yeah. And participants can float or swim and select their favorite pumpkin. And then afterwards, they have the opportunity to decorate their pumpkin, play games, and a bunch more. So there are 2 sessions, one from 1:30 to 3:30, and the second session is from 4:30 to 6:30, so 2 hours. The event is wildly popular with families, and it's $25 for residents and, excuse me, $20 for residents, $24 for non-residents. So again, great activity, lots of family fun, and a unique opportunity that if you haven't done before, it's a neat experience. The next event is at our senior center, and they're hosting a senior information fair on Saturday, October 4th from 9 to 12.
Dublin never forgets its senior citizens.
No, absolutely, and this is great because it's free, but it's a one-stop shop for all of a wealth of information. So older adults, caregivers, families can find quite a bit of community resources and have that all in one place. It'll have service providers and healthcare providers, wellness resources, presentations, giveaways, and some screenings as well. So some free health screenings. And there'll be also the opportunity for seniors to connect with other seniors, but then also clubs, volunteer groups, and activity leaders all at the senior center.
Wow, maybe that's why you're able to say so slender.
There is a lot going on.
Thank you so much for all you've presented to us today. And thank you for watching this edition of Mayor's Report Dublin. Join us for the next episode right here on Tri-Valley TV. I'm Dr. Marshall Kamina. Thank you for joining us.